Hi again, everybody. Welcome into the Coast to Coast Pick 5 preview on a Big Money Sunday. We've got a huge mandatory payout in the Pick 6 at Gulfstream Park, but we're talking Coast to Coast Pick 5 here. Let's look at the lineup. Santa Isabel Stakes kicks things off. Race number 3 at Santa Anita, 4:29 Eastern, the post there. We'll go to Gulfstream for a pair of turf races in a Lounge Company first. 12 entered, 3 on the also eligible list. Race number 11 is a maiden special with a big field of 11. Back to Santa Anita for a couple turf stake sprints, the San Simeon and the Baffle in races 5 and 7. Brian Nadeau will be along in just a bit, but Jeff Siegel's here to talk the Santa Anita Stakes Trio. Jeff, let's start it off in race number 3.
And that is the Santa Isabel, and we've got a repeat race here, I think, because we just saw it with the Las Virgenes with Feza out nodding Pride of the Now. They meet again. They'll battle each other again. They're hard to separate. I mean, Feza really did show some moxie when she was able to hold off Pride of the Nile in that race. But they're both 3-year-old fillies developing. I mean, who can step forward and maybe exert their superiority? Feza has drawn outside. She can kind of drop over, pick her spot. I give her the edge again over Pride of the Nile, but it's close. So I'm going to use them both on the ticket.
And to the San Simeon we go, down the hill, race number 5, turf sprinters in this one. These are always exciting finishes.
Brickyard Ride is so fast. I mean, he hasn't been out since last May, but he can fire fresh. He's training like he's every bit as good as he's always been. And he's proven over the course. The rail is not great, but he's the speed of the speed. And I don't think they're going to have to send him hard to get him out and make the lead. So I think Brickyard Ride's going to be very tough to catch if he is caught. Motorius, I think, is the best of the closers. He didn't fire his best shot last time, but I think if they just wait and make one run, he'll be dangerous late. Brickyard Ride, my top pick over Motorius in the San Simeon.
He's a veteran. Let's turn the page to the 3-year-old turf sprinters here in the Baffle Stakes, race number 7. Who you got?
Well, this is a fast race, and a fast horse is in it named Johannes, who was so impressive in his first start on grass, sprinting on turf for Tim Yakteen at Santa Anita here December 31st. Broke his maiden by 9. When's the last time you saw a turf sprint winner win by 9 on firm ground? It was just impressive. He's trained really, really well since on the dirt, but he's a grass horse. And even though there's other speed in the race, I think Johannes can either go to the front or sit right off the pace. I think he's a top-class turf sprinter in the making. As for backing him up, meet Hermano Ramon. He's 2 for 2, just 1 down the hill. He's the closer, so I got the best closer and the best speed, but I really think the best speed's going to win it, and that's number 3, Johannes.
Good luck to you, Jeff, with your selections. Up next, Brian Nadeau from Gulfstream Park.
Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Weekends beginning January 7th.
Be sure to play the Coast to Coast Pick 5 with First Bet and Express Bet. We go to the Silks Room now at Gulfstream Park, where Brian Nadeau is going to help us with a couple of races from South Florida. First up, Brian, race number 10.
Yeah, a couple of turfies, and these are the last 2 races in the Big Rainbow 6 as well. So these are tough races. I'm going to give you the order and talk about the high points here. 1, 2, 8, 6, 12. They're both spread races. Experience came back off a long layoff for Jonathan Thomas, who's had a good championship meet. I thought he ran well enough. We're drawn perfectly down inside. He's a distance kind of horse. Second off the elongated layoff, JP. I expect him to move forward in a big way. So high, the 2 horse. He's a horse I actually played last time. He was off a long layoff as well. Now we're second off. We go to Aubrey Mirage, who can move horses up. He's acclimated to South Florida. He's got the race behind him. Don't sleep on him either. Listen, Hal Street is going to get bet. He's probably the best horse in the race. I was a little uninspired about his all-out win at basically even money last time off a long layup. He did run fast. I get it. I'm okay. I'm not going to not use him. I wouldn't want to be tied too tightly with him at what's going to be a short price too. I'm going to call it 1, 2, 8. I'll also use the 6 Grand Journey. I'll also use the 12 Meyer, who I thought ran well last time.
All right, next up is race number 11. We stay long on the turf, but we go to the maiden ranks in this one. You're telling me it doesn't get any easier.
Wow, it does not. 7, 5, 3, 8, 1, 4. I want to try to find a way to use them all. But King's Secret, I thought he had a real trip, okay, on debut. And she still ran okay. I know she was 9, but this trip was a nightmare. Brendan Walsh is not a guy that's going to pop at first asking. He's much more better with a race under his belt. Well, King Secret got a world of experience on debut. I look for her to make a big move forward. We just need some clear sailing. There's no doubt about that. Soviet Excess is another one. She did it the other way, whereas King Secret wanted to come from behind. Soviet Express was dogged on the lead every step of the way in what was a stalker closers race, but yet lo and behold, there she is dinging it out in deep stretch. She should be a lot sharper off of that effort. Yes, it was on the Tapeta, but she's got turf form on debut. Those are my two, but now the firsters come into play as well. Utilization rate for Chad Brown and Seth Klarman. The 8, Pret a toucher for Christophe Clement. The 1 as well has got experience. And the 4, the other Clement, Queen Picasso. So many different ways to go. If you can get narrow early, maybe you can spread late and get a price. These 2 races at Gulfstream are not easy. They're spread kind of races. They're kind of races too. If you can pick up 8-1, that might play like 20-1 in a $1 sequence.
Let's review the tickets from Brian and Jeff. You'll see Jeff's going too deep in his legs. Brian's spreading out. So do a little mixing and matching, if you will. Fit it to your budget and go after this one, because you've seen from the guys, they're usually very focused on their tickets. This looks like it could be a blockbuster payout. Good luck, everybody.